Sup, everybody? It's D's Word. Got another reaction. I'm about to react. Jesse Lee Peterson, pastor, guest runs from Jesse. Ooh, everybody. I mean, there's a lot of people that they do run. They do run. I'm about to run it. Most of them. It's crazy. Now, let's see if he says something that the person gets offended. I don't know. There's a lot of people that's really offended really easy. So let's check it out. Let's go right into it. Ready?
Let me ask. You said that white supremacy and domestic terrorism.
Are you married? Are you married?
No, I've been engaged a couple times, but God blessed me not to get married.
I can see why you're not, because you don't have a very high view of women.
No, I do. I'm looking out for them by doing the right thing, being right and doing right. But let me ask, you also said that white supremacy.
Oh man, look at her face. Look at her face. She ain't feeling that. Oh man.
And domestic terrorism has infiltrated all of our American institutions. What do you mean by that?
White supremacy and domestic terrorism has infiltrated all of our American institutions. What I mean is exactly what I said. I think that the ideology of white supremacy has infiltrated all of our American systems.
And what is white
supremacy?
Yeah.
It's the same as male supremacy. It's a belief that because you're white, you should have more influence over a country or over any regard, really, a church, however you want to say it, than people who are not white.
So is your husband white?
Yeah.
And are you white?
Yes.
And so are you a white supremacy?
Unfortunately, I think I was born into it. Yeah.
Are you you and your husband white supremacies?
Are we white supremacies? I hope not.
But you
That's
white.
something I continuously. It's not about being white. It's not about being white.
That's what you just said.
No.
Yeah, she did. No, basically.
Oh, I said it's not right for people to be in charge of other people just because of their skin color.
But
okay.
And you define that as white supremacy, right?
Yes.
But so are you and your husband white supremacies?
No.
And what makes you different? You're white.
It's not about being white.
But
it's
black people who hate you said that just the mere fact that you're white, you are a white supremacist. What do you say to that?
I would say I understand where they're coming from because I understand, that we are born. If we were white and we're born in America, we probably do have slave owners in our ancestry.
And so do you have slave owners?
Man, oh, that's like basically every country in the world from that. So, oh man, it's just going from one thing. I know what she's gonna go into now.
Is it your ancestry?
I don't know, but my guess would be probably yes.
Why would you guess at something like that? Put your life at risk by going along with people who hate you because of your color.
I don't think I am putting my life at risk.
You're saying that you're white supremacist. You don't realize what you're doing?
No, I'm not saying that. You're saying that.
But
you're saying that, not me.
So there are some white people who are white supremacists and some who are not?
Yes.
And how do you determine the ones who are not?
I think the ones that are speaking out against it, people that are saying, hey, let's deal with this problem in our culture instead of just ignoring it, and let's deal with it.
And so just the fact that you're white and born in America can make you a white supremacist?
Yeah,
not necessarily.
Okay, so what? Okay.
That's not what makes you a white supremacist.
So how?
Do you believe there's black supremacists?
Black? I don't know, to be honest.
So, just one side but not the other side, but you're going to talk about it? You know what I mean? So, how are you going to talk about white supremacists, but the other side too? It's like you shouldn't even talk about anything then if you don't see both sides. So cool. Oh, yeah. You have to know both sides if you're going to talk about that in what you're saying right there. So,
and why wouldn't you know that?
because I don't know what I just don't. I never heard of it.
Oh, you don't know.
See,
Maybe if there was
all bad
another
now.
culture,
Okay.
but it's not happening here.
Black supremacists is not happening here.
Not that I'm aware of.
So when you had the terrorist attack upon America all summer by Black Lives Matter, this far left liberal radical organization that was founded by a bunch of fat black lesbians who said that they were trained to be monsters. They're against God. They're against the nuclear family. They're against unborn children. And that black supremacists, they went around burning and destroying and stealing and robbing and killing. Is that black supremacists?
I don't think that's a fair analysis of what happened.
It was. You didn't see what happened on TV and other.
See what happened then? Come on, woman. What happened? You gotta tell me, because you know how long is this? About 2-3 years ago? Yeah, over 2 years ago. So let's see what you're gonna say. Oh well, try to fight right there because let's go. Let's just go.
Places?
Sure, I saw that there was bad things that happened,
Did
but I
those
also,
things happen? Did those things I just named, did they happen?
yeah,
So-
some of those things.
so why isn't it
but
fair then
You
if
said
that's-
that you said something about Black Lives Matter being fat lesbians or something.
They are fat lesbians.
They are lesbians though, so
That's what they say. I'm not making it up.
They say they're fat lesbians.
When they say they're lesbian, they don't say ain't no fat person gonna admit
Do you
they're
think
fat.
it's godly to call women fat?
If they fat,
Do you think that do you think it's loving to call women fat?
if they're fat, do you think that's loving to call the president the great white hope? What you've been saying about him and what he did in the past, is that loving?
Yeah,
How-
holding him accountable.
So why am I not? Why is it unloving for me to not hold?
When have I ever said anything about Donald Trump being fat?
Just because he's not fat, so you can't say it.
Well, first of all, he is overweight, and he
oh, it's going. Okay, I can see she's going to get. I can tell she's getting irritated now.
But
he's
you're
an
not
easy
fat.
person
See,
that
now-
I could call fat if I wanted to be an a-hole.
So let me
But I'm
ask.
not.
Yeah.
Let me ask. So you saw the terrorist attack upon America by Black Lives Matter, right?
I saw some attacks. I don't know if they were Black Lives Matter
Is that
or not.
black supremacists?
No.
When black people go around, not all, but when they go around knocking out white people because they hate them, is that black supremacy?
No, that would be wrong, but that's not black supremacy.
When they go around robbing and killing white people, is that black supremacy?
That would be wrong, but not black supremacy.
Amazing.
Do you know what black and white supremacy even means?
Yes.
No, you don't, because you keep asking me if someone does something bad, does that make them supremacy? No, that's not what this is.
And what made white people white supremacists?
Because we're in a culture where white people have always been in charge. And when you start seeing people of color rising up, there's always a huge backlash.
You know what? See, this is why people from different countries, like third world countries, that come into America and they see people like her and other ones that talk about that kind of white supremacy and all that kind of stuff. They're just like, dude, shut up. A lot of people that kind of way, because like, dude, work hard, do your thing, and don't complain. It's something. If you don't like something, just move on and do something else. Don't just come over there and like, oh, like her. She's on one side about what she's saying the whole time. And that's crazy about this. There is a lot of people though now, man. And it's just, it's so, it's, oh my, I don't even know how it happened. What the heck? Oh man. Let's go.
Always.
And what do you mean?
It's like, just like when when I talk about some of my great grandpa, and some of my great uncles, okay, there's one of them and they're from the Philippines. And they talk about it. They're like, oh, if you want to know where I'm from, you don't want to be there. Where I'm from, all right, is poor as hell. I'm like, yeah. So, and if you have somebody like her that she's getting into it, she just want to just trying to feel better. She feels bad, but because she want to make her feel better, but she don't know both sides about it. Why don't you help some other way, or whatever she's talking about that. It's like, man, it's like when I have like, okay, when I look about my mom, right? Okay, did she come because she's a woman and say, oh, complain I had a kid when I was a teenager and I couldn't do it? Nah, she didn't do it, man. What she do is she just work her butt off her whole life right there to make some right opportunity, make some right opportunities, and she push it and she just work, and that's where she's at. She didn't come over there like, oh, I couldn't do it because the white person's on me. Nah, man, like I'm quarter white. I'm a quarter white, but my mom, she's not. She's half Mexican, half Filipino. But what I'm trying to say is, you gotta push your butt your whole life right there and keep pushing yourself. Like her, she just want to feel bad for one side, but it's like, dude, maybe if you're always complaining, you're always gonna be down like this. You're never gonna come up for your life. So she
How are
probably,
they rising up?
Rising up in positions of authority, for example, where we see like Kamala Harris, for example. She's in, no, we've never had a woman vice president, specifically
And
a
it's
woman of
unfortunate
color.
we had to get her. But let me ask: Black people are not rising up due to the grace of God. They're getting these things through intimidation. White people are afraid of them. They're afraid to be called racist. Which is better way? Which is a better way for Black people to rise up? To be married, to love God with all their heart, soul, and might, to love their neighbor as themselves, or to go around bullying white people and taking things away from them?
I don't think that they do that. I don't think that is a collective issue. Yeah, does it happen? Yeah. But that's not a collective issue. That's
Which is
not
the better way to rise up? In the grace of God or bullying white people?
I'm not going to answer that because I
Why
don't
not?
agree with the premise of the
What
question.
kind of preacher are you?
What kind of preacher are you?
You won't even answer any question honestly.
Jesse, I'm going to go now. I think you're kind of an offensive person.
What do you mean?
You have been calling women fat.
I didn't call
You
all
have
women
you have
fat. I just
been
said if they're
admitting
fat.
you've been trying to do a lot of trick questions. You're coming across very narcissistic.
What does that mean?
Look it up. I don't want to be involved with narcissists anymore.
So
Okay? I'm going to go. You
you
have
gonna
a
run?
blessed
Don't
day.
run.
Bye.
You gonna run?
I
She's
think you're
running.
very offensive.
Don't run. She's running. What the?
I know she's on one side when she start that right there, cause I mean, I can see she looks like she's trying to be nice and stuff, but it's just she's on one side when she's inside that conversation they're doing, and then Jesse, he just keep going and going, and she just couldn't take it right there, because like, oh, she wants you to be like, oh yeah, you're a good person, I'm a good person, I'm doing good stuff like that.
That was Pastor Joy, Joy, Mecca Peterson, no relation. And she ran. I didn't expect her to run. Amazing. What do I do now? She ran. This is why women are not supposed to be preachers. So anyway, let me know what you think. Don't forget to... She didn't even get a chance to get in the hot seat.
Let's see. Oh, even a hot seat.
What the? You missed the hot seat, Joy Mecca Peterson. Man, the hot seat would have been interesting. So don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, check out our store, and ring the bell, and thank you for supporting us. Don't forget to continue to support.
Yeah, she did though. You're my fancief, and I'm just going to go. Oh man, that's what he could do. If you're gonna get that one-on-one for him, man, you gotta be prepared. Be what? Prepared. Be what? Prepared. You got to. Why don't you? Okay, any interviews or anything right there? I don't understand why people have some kind of research from the person to know the way how they talk. Like when he asks people in his shows, anyone, this one or his other show, how come people Like they already look on YouTube or on freaking the internet and just see like everything he basically talks about. Man, that's crazy, man. But all right, man. Hit me in the comments. Tell me what you think about this. Because she ran, because she just gonna take it, or do you think that he was taking too much for her, or what? Or you just think that she's like a little bit too soft right there? And do you agree with him that women should be a pastor? What do you believe about that? Okay, so all right, man. Hit me. All right, like, subscribe, show love. Peace.